What's up, my guys? Welcome to another show, NBA show from SBR, my guys. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles, NBA content we have there. I'm your host, Jay Money. Today we got an all-star show. We got BlackJack Fletcher. We got Junior Browne. We got DFS Bachelor, my guy Kyle in here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, my guys. Who we going to with BlackJack? What's up? I hadn't seen you in a while. What's up with you, my guy?
Just living the dream, Jay. Living the dream, brother. When you walk around this life like I do every day is just the greatest.
This guy here, Junior. What's up with you, my guy? You want to let him know what you? Hey, Junior, how was your night, man? Everything cool with you?
I kept it quiet, just a little Netflix,
Okay, Netflix and chill.
First of all, shout out to my guy BlackJack. Everybody knows about our bet. But why are you trying to provoke me with this Tampa Bay Lightning hat going on, bro? You're killing me right now. Anyways, but me and Jay, 2-0 on our show picks. So just trying to keep cashing. Good to see you, Kyle. Good to have BlackJack. I think it's the first time I've been on a 4-man show on this show we've been doing for 2 years, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely gonna be a lot of fun. It's always fun every time we got Kyle here, my guy. What's up with you, bro? Everything good?
I mean, it's been years since I had a four-way, so this is absolutely incredible. I'm super happy to be here with you, gentlemen, this morning. Smack City last night, like we talked about on Thursday, Milwaukee getting it done. So I'm looking for some more winners. Happy to be here. Wish I had to fix my banner. It looks like crap, but shit happens. Ready to rock and roll.
Nah, you good, man. You good. Hey, we ready to roll. Today we will be covering the Saturday game, obviously, game 4, Suns versus Clippers, and then we'll go ahead and be talking about Sunday as well, game 3, Bucks versus Hawks back in Atlanta, my guys. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Suns, like I say, Suns, they land 1 over here in LA. And Devin Booker, he came out with the face mask on. The masked man didn't necessarily have a good game. 15 points from him, 15 from Paul. Now maybe Paul shook off the rust a little bit, my guys. What do we think here, Kyle? Do we think the Clippers can even this series up, or you think the Suns take a commanding 3-1 lead, my guy?
Well, I gotta say I do like the Suns. Now, if I turn the game on, I might wait to bet this live, because if I turn the game on and Devin Booker's got that damn mask on, I don't like it. I just don't like it. I mean, I can only think of one player who ever played well with that damn thing. Was Rip Hamilton. Anyone else? Is there a mask-wearing all-star team? The only guy I have right now is Rip Hamilton. It just seems when players wear that, it's just like if I was the coach and they're like, "Hey, he's got to wear a mask," I'm like, never mind, just put him on the bench. Like it messes with players. I don't like it. But the Suns were lethargic game 3. There's no doubt about it. And Junior touched on it beautifully on Thursday. Chris Paul did slow everything down. That under was an easy call in that game. But it did you could see it messed up their rhythm. Obviously, Cameron Payne going out was a big blow to that second unit. I mean, it's a 50-50 game, guys, right? That's what it is. That's why the line is 1. This is a tough spot.
Yeah.
I do think Phoenix comes out with a little more energy today. How long can the Clippers keep going at this pace where they just have to rely on 5 or 6 guys playing heavy minutes? Paul George has to play out of his mind. Zubats has to do what Zubats did last game, and I do like some of the Zubats props. We're going to go over that. Over 10.5 rebounds plus 110. The only 2 guys who rebound for this team are Paul George and Zubats. Got Paul George's rebound prop over 8.5 at minus 130. I like both rebound props for Zubats and Paul George, but I do expect a little bit more life out of Phoenix today. I do think they're the better team. I do think they're the deeper team. I never trust the Clippers. I got the Suns today. I'm leaning that way. Obviously, it's hard to say, oh, it's a guarantee they're going to win game 4. It's a 1-point line for a reason, but I'll take the Suns in this one.
Got you. Junior, what you liking in this one, my God? What you think about what Kyle said? You think the Suns take a commanding 3-1 lead? You got any quarters for us, or what you think these Clippers might do, my guy?
Sun. That's what I think. You already know what it is. I'm on the Suns. Official play. I said Suns in 5. I haven't wavered from that. I think that what happened in the last game, well, first of all, I had Clippers money line in the last game. So, like Kyle mentioned, you don't not play basketball or really any professional sports for a couple weeks, don't practice at all, and then walk into a playoff intensity-like situation and do well. So the fact that Chris Paul at his age struggled in that game is literally, to me, the most predictable thing that could have happened in that game. Him and Devin Booker went 10 for 40 combined. It's not going to happen again, in my opinion. I know Patrick Beverley's done a good job in Devin Booker. He's had, 2 pretty subpar games in a row. Is he going to really have 3 subpar games in a row? I don't think he will. I think that, breaking your nose is something that is obviously going to throw anyone off. But they realize the urgency of the situation. And the Suns team has been, in my opinion, which is why I've cashed with them all season, as Jay knows very well, the most consistent team in the NBA from this standpoint. The Jazz went on like really big runs. But the Suns were in a situation. The Suns, I think, only lost back-to-back this season like 3 times, maybe 4 times. Definitely not more than 4 times. They don't lose back-to-back games very often. This is that last game was their first loss in almost like a month. They'd won like 9 straight playoff games. So I'm not going to press the panic button just because they had a subpar game. I will say, though, that game 2, they could have lost that game also, which is why I'm taking them today. If I'm Monty Williams, who's, let's remind everyone, is the coach of the year, I'm sure he's telling them, like, we were pretty lucky to win game 2. That came down more so to Paul George missing free throws than us being better than the Clippers. Then in the last game, now we got our asses kicked. We don't wake up. It's a 3-game series as opposed to going back home up 3-1 with a chance to close. I think they're going to come out with a sense of urgency in this game. They are the better basketball team without Kawhi Leonard playing in this series. And the last thing I'm going to say is that Paul George has played over 40 minutes in like 6 of the last, I think, like 7 or 8 games. You tell me you didn't see that Paul George was completely out of gas in the last game. The fourth quarter, he was 0 for 2 from the field. He had 4 turnovers. It was Reggie Jackson and Patrick Beverley hitting a couple of shots. That was basically the difference. The only person that made more than 1 shot in the fourth quarter was Reggie Jackson, and Patrick Beverley made 2. That's it. So if Paul George is going to play heavy minutes like that again tonight, I think that's going to be another problem. I've talked for long enough. Son.
Black Jizzle, what we liking, my guy? You got the orange on. But I got a feeling Black Jizzle might be out with. He might be going with my guy Kyle and Junior. Man, what we doing, BlackJack?
It's a clean sweep. It's Phoenix, right? And Junior hit the nail squarely on the head when he pointed out that Chris Paul and Devin Booker shot 10 for 40. Right, like that's not going to happen again. Plain and simple. And this game. The final score is a little bit deceiving because up until about 6 minutes in the fourth quarter, Phoenix had this relatively close. So even with those guys shooting that poorly, they were still in this game for most of it. I don't see that happening again. I don't see anything close to it happening again. Also, they might get Cameron Payne back tonight, which would be a big help for them. I just think the Clippers kind of needed every bit of that to go right for them. Reggie Jackson shot his eyeballs out. I mean, is that really going to happen again? I don't know. Probably not. So if just a couple of these things come back to the Suns, they win this game. I'm going to take Phoenix.
Gotcha. I mean, a couple of things. Reggie Jackson's been balling for a while now. I don't think that was necessarily an anomaly. My thing is the couple of things that scare me. I'm not on the Suns here. I'm not on the Clippers either. But one thing, Cameron Payne, I want to know about him. He didn't return last game. He is probable to play this game. But what will he be? Will he be at 100%? The campaign that we saw that was at 100% was unstoppable, giving the Clippers fits. You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing I was saying. Hey, CP3 coming back starting. I mean, if you like Clippers in the last game, if you like Clippers early, CP3 coming back was actually good. Campaign went out of that game. Obviously, another thing that worries me, Devin Booker with the mask, like Kyle mentioned. If he's wearing that mask again, not all these players play well with the mask. Obviously, Devin Booker already kind of got a little Chinese eyes, maybe like he a little Asian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So with the mask doesn't make it any better. I could see him not necessarily having a good game again if he doesn't have that mask. I'll tell you the way I thought the game was going to go. I was leaning Clippers early to bring the momentum from the last game and then them possibly run out of gas in the second half. Suns are the better all-around team. They play really good team defense. If they do have campaign at somewhere around 78%, they could really I could see them win this game. But like Kyle said again, on this -1, Clippers come out. All it takes for them to get up by 4 or 5, then you can get some plus money on the Suns there. So it's a tough game, but just the way I'm looking at it, I can see Clippers coming out with obviously, because they're looking at going down 3-1. They're going to come out with something too and try to bring the momentum. Maybe we'll always have to see how the game is called as well, guys. Sometimes refs can really show that they're on one team or another. That really does matter, in my opinion. Hey, is it going to be tied 2-2, or does it not even matter where the Suns just that much better, my guy? So I'm leaning Clippers early, but I must admit I would be full game. I am hesitant to bet Clippers here. I could see the Suns still in this one. The Clippers basically have to play a perfect game to win, my guy. Just real quick, Kyle, what you think about Cameron Payne and Devin Booker, just their health status, and how you think that may impact the Suns, my guy?
Yeah, it looks like Cameron Payne's going to play. He's listed as probable. He's a young guy. You know, when you're a young guy, you get hurt. Like me, I have a turf burn on my knee. I can barely walk because I'm old and pathetic and sad. It's the saddest thing ever. You should see me limping around with a scraped knee. It's absolutely pathetic. But Cameron Payne, he'll be ready to go. They'll shoot him up. He'll be good to go with the second unit. They don't need. They'll shoot him up. They'll shoot that knee up. You know exactly what they're going to do.
Ankle.
Or ankle, whatever the hell it is. They're gonna throw some juice in there. Kid will be fine. It'll be numb. You might see him play longer stretches because they don't want him to get sore and rusty. And he's important. Make no mistake about it. They need as many ball handlers as possible, especially if the Clippers are going to ratchet up that defense like that. Booker, I love it if he didn't have that mask on. I'm a lot more nervous if he does, because it does. It just throws players off. It's the weirdest. As soon as I saw it, I said, oh shit, they're gonna lose. He's gonna play like, I wish I would have been on. If I'd have known he's wearing the mask, I'd have hit the under on every prop that Devin Booker has. If he's got the mask on today, I mean, I'm looking at like 37.5 points, rebounds, assists. With that mask on, smash the under. If he's got the mask off, different story. But I still like the Suns, and I do think Chris Paul and Devin Booker play better tonight. You can't, and if you remember, that game was the Suns were up, and then it was just that crazy, 23-3 run. Probably not going to happen again. It took a lot. It took a lot of weird anomalies in that game for the Clippers to win the way they did. I expect a much more motivated Suns team tonight, so I'm going to take them to win. And like I said, I like a couple of props: the Paul George, Zubats rebounds. Zubats is plus 110 over 10.5, and I also like Zubats minus 120 over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Got you. Junior, another question for you, my guy. I know you're real bullish on the Suns. Would you take the Suns early here, and then do you have any look or lean on the total, my guy?
I don't really tend to play. Sorry, I'm just checking something. I don't really tend to play road teams early that much. It's not an angle that I love. So no, I wouldn't take them early. The home crowd is like one of those things where if they're into it, that's always a tough one. But in terms of the total, I lean under, to be honest with you, and I think that's where the steam is going, right? So I was trying to pull up the total. Yeah, it's at 218. It opened up at 220, as far as I could see. I think that Chris Paul's return to the series, it changes the dynamic for Phoenix. If it was Cameron Payne, I think the total would be totally different. And speaking of Cameron Payne, you don't really know how much he's going to play. So there's just so many unknowns for me that in terms of that, because I say that Chris Paul is going to play better, but that's not a guarantee. I'm saying that because that's what I expect. These guys that go out with COVID, it kind of seems to affect a lot of them differently. Like sometimes these guys take a couple of games to get back in the flow. So that's another reason why I'm off the total. I'm not really sure what the deal is with Chris Paul. I think Devin Booker is really going to have a big game for them to get the job done tonight. I'm not saying Chris Paul won't play well. If he does, then then it's Smack City to me. Not Smack City in terms of the score, but Smack City in terms of them winning a road game and going up 3-1. But yeah, if Chris Paul doesn't play well, Devin Booker, I'm saying something super obvious, but for them to just win this game, they need the best version of Devin Booker, which they have not got in the last two games.
Exactly. And BlackJack, that's the only thing that I'm saying, guys. In my opinion, if Booker still has the mask on, I don't think because he has never played with it before. We know that players usually, Rip Hamilton kind of liked it. He kind of liked it. You know what I'm saying? Even LeBron, I see him when in Miami. He snatched that shit off and threw it to the side. Like, man, get this shit off. So it's up to Booker pretty much. Hey, does he feel comfortable wearing it, not wearing it? And BlackJack, what do you think about Booker having to go off for that, like mask or no mask? What do you think about Booker having to go off for the Suns to win? But one more question further, BlackJack, would you take Suns early here?
No, I like him full game. I'm not going to play him early. I'm with Junior. I don't like playing early on the road because you just that always feels like a mistake. I like him full game. I don't think Booker has to go off. I think he's just got to be closer to his normal self than what he was. He was awful. I mean, right? Like he was absolutely awful. So he doesn't have to put 40 up tonight. He's just got to be better than what he was because, like I said, this game wasn't so far out of reach. Like they don't.
We're down 6 with 6 minutes left.
Right. They don't need to be night and day better. Chris Paul and Devin Booker just need to be like incrementally better, and Phoenix will win this game. So, no, he doesn't have to go off. And as far as the mask goes, listen, if he wants to try it, try it. If it's not working, like you said, like when LeBron ripped it off, like if it's going to screw you up, this is the Western Conference Finals. You go out there and play with a broken nose. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
Exactly. Hey, that's it, my guys. That's we'll recap the official. We're gonna go ahead and go to the next game tomorrow. Hey, we did 2 rounds on this one real quick. You know what I'm saying? A couple of shots real quick on this game, man. These Spurs. So hey, I am leaning Clippers first quarter. I must say, if I would make something on this game, it would be Clippers first quarter. But I must say, as the game goes on, like I still think the Clippers have enough to it's all about where Booker's going to have a good game. If he doesn't, if CP3 and Booker's not playing at that upper echelon, like Booker going for 30, that's what I'm talking about. They could possibly be here series tied 2-2. That doesn't mean that they're not going to advance, but I could see it. But I lean Clippers first quarter here, in my opinion, my guys. Let's get to the next game, the Sunday game, game 3, my guys. Bucks versus Hawks here. The line opened up at Bucks -5. It's down to 4 now. Next time I looked at it, it moved a whole nother point. So it must have been a big money move for the Hawks there. BlackJack, we'll go to you first this time, my guy. What you thinking? What you liking here in this game 3, Bucks versus Hawks?
I think it's time for the Hawks to get the fuck out. I'm tired of the Atlanta Hawks. I am tired of them. This isn't cute anymore. All right, go home. I'm playing Milwaukee in every game in this series. Let me just end it right there. Okay. I'm playing Milwaukee in every game in this series, which will be games 2, 3, 4, and 5, or whatever the hell it is. 3, 4, and 5 left. Because they're going to win this thing in 5. That's how it's going, all right? The Hawks are done. Done. The clock has struck midnight. Go become a pumpkin again. Go give Nate McMillan 5 years on a contract. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just done with this team. I'm done with Trae Young diving into anyone wearing an opposing jersey every time he leaves the floor, okay? Done with it.
Yep.
BlackJack said it, not me, man. I didn't say anything. No shade from the Hawks. BlackJack said it all, so I don't really have to say much now. Junior, what you think, my guy? What we doing in game 3? Bucks. The series is shifting to Atlanta, my guy. What we thinking here?
Over 224 is what I think.
Yep.
The Hawks are going to play better at home, but that doesn't mean they're going to be able to stop the Bucks, though. I think that 125 that we saw by the Bucks is a preview of what we're going to see in Atlanta. I think the Bucks put up at least a $115, $120. I don't know what Atlanta's about to do, but I like that over. I think that the game 1 was a wake up call. I mentioned the shimmy, the little dance that Trae Young did. Listen, when you put up 48 points, you dance whenever you want. But you better know that there's going to be repercussions. So when he doesn't play well, the rest of his team kind of seems to go with him. Whereas Giannis has a little bit more help. So the Bucks are built for this. The Bucks have been the Bucks have been knocking on this door for 3 years now. So I feel like Atlanta's just happy to be there. I'm not trying to say that Atlanta's not trying to win. That don't get me wrong. But there's no way you're going to convince me that the sense of urgency is the same in the Atlanta locker room as it is in the Milwaukee locker room. Like once Milwaukee loses game 1 and they lose home court, then obviously as a professional, the first thing you're thinking is, okay, so now we have to go to Atlanta and handle business. Mm-hmm. So that has to be the mindset in this game. You're not going to be like, oh, well, we could lose this game and win. No, they won game 1 in your house. Now you got to come to their house and take back home court so you can just dispose of this team and go where you're supposed to go. Because if the Atlanta Hawks go to the NBA Finals, trust me when I tell you, that's a stain on Giannis's career that is going to be hard for him to wipe out. Yep. So I think the sense of urgency is all with the Bucks. I almost want to take a motivated Bucks team, but Atlanta's just so frisky. Like I'm tired of this. I'm not going to disrespect them. I'm not even going to say tired of disrespecting them because I haven't been. I've been fucking paying attention to what the Hawks have been doing. Jay, I don't know if you remember in the beginning of the season, I was like, yo, the Hawks got something going. And then they were terrible.
We both said it, Junior. We were both on them.
Exactly. And then they were terrible. And then when they hired Nate McMillan, I was like, okay, they've been balling since the moment Nate McMillan came on the scene. They've been winning almost 70% of their games. So I'm not going to disrespect them. I do agree with BlackJack, though. The Bucks just you got to just get rid of these guys and move on. The Hawks are a team of the future. You guys are a team of the present. And I don't even like Milwaukee, and I'm saying that. So
yeah,
it's kind of Bucks or nothing, but I'm on the over 224.
Gotcha. I couldn't talk you off that, Kyle. What you liking in this one, man? I know you got a couple props for us for sure, but how you looking at this Bucks versus Hawks game 3?
Well, I haven't seen any props yet for this game, but I would look at like Pat Connaughton props have been super low. Like yesterday was 6.5 points. I mean, just ridiculously low shit, and the guy's playing 30 minutes. So when those props start to come out, those are where I'd start to focus. The Pat Connaughtons, where you start to get some of those value. Maybe the Giannis rebound props as well, though they've had those steamed up a little bit. But everyone's right. The Hawks need to get the fuck out of here. I mean, it's just enough is enough. Like no one – can you imagine if the finals is Hawks Suns? I mean, that's a disaster for the NBA. I mean, an absolute disaster for the NBA. And I agree. I think Milwaukee comes out here and smacks them again at home. Atlanta has it coming. I like everything that Atlanta's done this year, but I just can't get behind them in this spot. Now we're getting, it's not 8.5 like it was in game 1, 7.5. Now we're getting this low number of 4 because they're on the road. I think they come out hot. I like the Bucks in the first quarter, and I'm with you guys. I normally don't like taking first quarter bets with teams on the road, but this just feels like Milwaukee has got it figured out. They have too many ways that they can disrupt Trae Young. I know he went off for 48 game 1, but Jrue Holiday is a terrific defender. Chris Middleton's a terrific defender. They're long, they're athletic, they're physical. It's going to throw Trae Young off. And then what are they going to do when they don't have Trae Young? What is Bogdanovich on a bulky knee going to take you? Clint Capella rolling? I just don't see where Danilo Gallinari, that's who we're going to count. Like, get the hell out of here. I like the Milwaukee Bucks here. I think they smash them again. I'll take them first quarter. I'll take them full game -4. And I also agree they go over 224.
Got you. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Bucks first quarter, my guy. We saw the Hawks as well. Even after the Knicks series, they come back, play Philly or whatever. Well, obviously played a couple games in Philly. Their first game back, and they did the exact same thing. I think it's going to be very like the same thing. What's going on? They win game 1. They get smacked up in game 2. Come back to the house where the higher seed will need to go back and steal home court advantage. Hawks first game back at the house for a while. Bucks first quarter for me -1, my guys. I think we'll see the exact same thing happen. Maybe that game 4 will be more of a game where Hawks come out pissed off or whatever. They got smacked up, but I think the Bucks rolled their momentum right into this game. They know they have to take home court advantage back, and they also know you can't come out messing around with these Hawks, or you be down by 10 to 15 real quick, and you mess around and lose. So I think the Bucks they know that they can't come out bullshit anymore. Bucks first quarter for me, my guys. Anything else, BlackJack? Any closing out words? You break them off with your officials, my guy.
Phoenix -1, Milwaukee -4.
Boom.
Got you. Oh, okay. I can dig it. Junior, nice and quick, Black Jizzle. I can dig it. Junior.
Title of my sex tape right there.
Junior, break them off with your officials, my guy?
Phoenix and over 224 in the Milwaukee Atlanta game. And you guys convinced me. You talked me into it. That's why I was doing a little sprinkle. I don't usually take advice, but you talked me into it, so I got to sprinkle something on the Bucks first quarter. The sense of urgency has to be real for the Bucks because this Atlanta crowd, we've seen that Atlanta's kind of not known as the I don't want to disrespect Atlanta, but if you really pay attention,
not a good sports town.
It's just not known as a really good sports town, exactly, because there's so many people that live in Atlanta that are not from Atlanta. So, but in the last series, that crowd was for real. They were like every time the more mad Joel Embiid got, the more the crowd seemed to really get into it. That's a real playoff atmosphere. Giannis tends to make them faces. By the way, side note, let me just go on a mini rant. If Giannis don't sit his dumb ass down when his brother does a 2-hand dunk that a fucking 9th grader could do, as if that's some amazing play, sit your ass down, bro. Your brother's only in the NBA because you got pulled. Stop it with this nonsense. Anyways,
both his brothers in the NBA.
Get out of here with this shit.
Both of his brothers in the NBA, Junior.
Yeah.
He might. I'm just saying, maybe they earned it. Maybe you can say he's on that team.
So nonsense. Get out of here with this nonsense.
Man, I like Giannis' brother. He brings a lot of energy. He actually is a damn good defender as well. You don't see players like that anymore. Offensively, yeah, he's terrible. But I'm just saying, energy-wise,
maybe it's just the coach in me. If a player on my team is up 40 points and starts celebrating dunks, you're like, yo, dog, what did you think? You're in the fucking YMCA or in the park? Sit your ass down. You have 40 points, bro. Like, what are you doing? Anyway.
Hey.
Agreed. I like it.
Hey, if my brother out there, Kyle, I'm rooting for his ass. He had scored 2 points all season. He got 2 points, man. He averaged point.
Did you say he scored 2 points all season?
I'm just messing around. He scored more points than that, bro. I'm just saying he probably averaged 0.2 points a game or something. I'm happy for my brother too, man. Go out there and get them bullshit points, man. Pad them stats, my guy. Kyle,
hey,
break them off with the
Russell Westbrook's made a whole career compiling stats when they didn't matter. The empty calories. Why can't Giannis' brother go out there and get a little bit of love? Maybe
Kyle's always firing off shots. I wasn't saying all that, but
I'm just saying. I like that's Russell Westbrook's whole career. I've never seen a guy. I know this is completely off topic. Whose center boxes out so he can get a bullshit rebound and be like, "Look what I did! I got 14 rebounds." That's because Steven Adams literally shoulder tackled the entire other team, and you got rebounds. Get the hell out of here, the Russell and the. But so some people make a good career out of that. So I'm with BlackJack. Suns -1, Bucks -4. Some props for tonight. Love that Zubats over 10.5 rebounds at plus money, plus 110. Paul George over 8.5 rebounds at -130. And I also like Zubats over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists at -120.
Got you, Kyle. My guy, DFS Fletcher, always gonna break us off with the props. And one more thing further on the Westbrooks. Just you didn't have to steal the rebounds from your guys. That's the only part. That's the only problem that I have. Yes. If the rebound's yours, go get it. But when I seen the few times I see him literally take the ball out your own teammate's hands,
DeAndre Jordan.
I was done. I was done.
Jordan's like knocking down teammates trying to get rebounds. Like, yo, dog, calm down. I know you want to lead the league in rebounding, but
who is that?
DeAndre Jordan.
Who is that? Does he still play in the league?
Oh,
his corpse does.
Yeah, his corpse does, exactly.
Hilarious.
Got you. Now so nothing official for me on today's game. I do think it's a tough game, my guys. I'm leaning Clippers early, Clippers first quarter, first half, and then I must say I am leaning Suns full game. Know a lot of people on it, but hey, it could be tied up. But the Suns, the Clippers may start to run out of gas here, but I do lean them early though. It's at the house to at least come out with some, try to bring the momentum from the last game. But I am going official with Bucks first quarter -1, my guys. I think the Hawks will do the exact same thing they've done the past couple of series, come back to the house and lose the first quarter, likely first half as well, my guys. I do think the Bucks will cover the -4 full game as well. I hadn't hopped on that one yet, but I likely will. They have to come back over here and take control of this series. If you want to win this series and really show that you're the better team, you can't blow a team out by 40 and then come back and not cover the spread, my guys. But the line is coming towards the Hawks, but regardless, I think the Bucks are a better team. I think they're going to advance. I think they found some confidence. Let's keep it going. Bucks first quarter -1, my guys. We appreciate everybody for tuning in on this Clippers versus Suns game. Likely you live bet, you could possibly get a better line, my guys. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's my guy, Kyle, a.k.a. DFS Bachelor. It's my guy, Junior Browne. That's my guy, Black Jizzle as well, a.k.a. BlackJack, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, go and follow us on Twitter, sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out the articles, NBA content, and we gone, my guys. We out.